What is up, heroes of Dominion? My name is Charlie. This is Hero Wars Central. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Sorry for the delay here. I'm having some serious issues with my McAfee virus scanner thing. I hate it. I don't want it on my computer anymore. And for some reason, somehow, even though I completely uninstalled it yesterday, it keeps popping up to do a scan at noon. I completely uninstalled it. As soon as I start my live stream, it's like, wait a second, we have to do a system scan. Super frustrating. I thought that the technical issues were behind me. They are not. They are not. So we are here. We are live. We are still moving in. We have a lot left to do. I can still hear an echo in here. I'm not happy about that. But we are live, and we're rocking and rolling. Rocking and rolling. The big thing that I want to talk about today, let me do a quick screen grab. Here we go. So something that we talked about in previous videos, and we definitely need to spend some time. I thought that everything just crashed again. We need to talk about this again because it's worth discussing. We have an event coming up. We have an event coming up on Hero Wars Facebook and web that it has some special rules to it. Here we go. Boom. Special rules about server transfers, about guild movements. I meant to talk about this last week, or maybe even yesterday, but I ran out of time. There are some things that are being changed, such as unable to leave a guild on the 21st. You can join a guild, but you can't leave. All right. Kind of a weird statement there. You also can't be doing any server transfers at all after the 21st through the 1st. 21st through the 1st. Now, this is because there are some unfair strategies being utilized with the way that gift giving works. And I don't need to go into the details of how it works. I don't need to go into the details on whether or not I think this is going to be effective. Not so sure. Yeah, I don't want McAfee on my computer anymore at all, DP. I don't want to. I want to switch to a MacBook, but the money isn't there right now. Glenn, it's for bot accounts. So the idea is a player can create bot accounts. And you don't even need to have a display. You don't even need to have a graphics card to create a bot account. You can create an account with a script. It runs through, does the gift giving, and you level it up to level 30. You do the gift giving, and then you leave the guild, right? Or whatever, level 10, whatever level you can join the guild. I can't remember what it was. Send a flock of drones into people's guilds to tank their tree effort. That's kind of funny, actually. The question has been asked several times over the last month or so. Winter Festival, if player has been previously banned from participating, if you've been banned from participating in Winterfest because of your actions in previous years, the answer is no, bans will not be lifted. So this is a good thing and it's a bad thing. First and foremost, there is a whole argument about whether or not what actions are being taken are actually going to be effective. You can't leave a guild, so you could still technically have 29 bot accounts. They just can't leave the guild after that, right? They'll leave the guild just before it's locked. Mark, the problem is it's all to do with during the window of Winterfest, right? Anyway, the players who are banned from this activity will not be able to participate. What I really like about this is movement towards cleaning up the game. There's no doubt in my mind that there are a large amount of players that are using third-party programs. to play this game. Either to help play this game, to play this game for you, or to break the game in a way that allows you to have an unfair advantage. Now, defining what an unfair advantage is tricky, okay? There are programs that do things like show you the mysterious island, right? Show you the completed mysterious island, completely unlocked. There are things in this game that will auto-complete tasks for you, right? I think those are the most common scripts. A script is something that you tell a computer to do, and it runs through a bunch of actions, like playing the dungeon for you or playing the tower for you, right? Is it unfair to have your computer play the game for you, doing stuff that you can already do? You just have to do it manually. You know what I mean? Like, if I use a program to click on the tower and, either fight it all or autocomplete it, whatever, but it's not giving me any additional rewards. It's not giving me any more gold, more items. It's the same as I would get without it. Is that an unfair advantage? Is that an unfair advantage? I think it's kind of ambiguous. I think it's kind of, I think it's up for debate. I think some people think that it's okay, and I think others think that it is not okay. You know what I mean? She finally calmed down. There we go. Now, there are way more egregious cheats, like the players that are able to, in Clash of Worlds, in Area of Conquest, in the City of Asgard activity, there are players that are able to reset fights an infinite number of times. You can reset fights an infinite number of times and keep the fight that has the best outcome. Some say that this is possible in Clash of Worlds, as well as the Tournament of the Elements leaderboard in Titan Valley. I would say that that's certainly an unfair advantage. I would say that that's gaining an advantage over players that don't have the ability to reset an City of Asgard fight until you can get lucky and get that crit, right? Is it possible to get 1.8 billion damage without using cheats? Yes, it is possible. Right? If you flip a coin 1 million times, are you guaranteed to get a tails? No. 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 There's still a chance that you can go infinite without ever seeing tails on a coin. So, if they're blocking players from certain activities, like Winterfest, that's not the post. Like Winterfest, or I don't know, maybe Area of Conquest. Maybe they can block players from City of Asgard. Maybe they can block players from the Tournament of the Elements. All right. Statistics math, that's not true. Yeah, I don't know. If it's a 50% chance to land one way or the other, how is it not true? But that's what you're talking about. Hero War seems to only care about cheating if it affects them. I mean, there are players that are banned from Winterfest. How does that actually impact them more than City of Asgard bans or dungeon scripting bans, right? There are some players that are very liberal about whether or not that they use third-party programs. There are some players that think it's okay to play with Hero Wars Assist. There are some that say it's okay to play with Hero Wars Simulator. There are some that says it's okay even to play with the Goodwin, which is the most egregious of them all, right? And I'm not going to call out anybody specific, but there are some very prominent guilds that there's a lot of proof, if you just barely look, that they are cheating, right? That they are cheating using third-party programs. Again, is it an unfair advantage? Some would say yes. Some would say no. Let's see. Not statistically impossible, but not very probable to flip all that many times. I'll say, yeah. I mean, yeah. Yeah. So, the fact that they're not unbanning players from this activity gives me hope. But maybe I'm just being naive. Maybe I'm just being naive and it's affecting their bottom line too much. But City of Asgard cheaters, Clash of Worlds cheaters, Area of Conquest cheaters, I guess that's not affecting the bottom line enough. Yeah. Seems like the devs selectively care about some cheating, but not all cheating. I think that there is an argument about what they can detect easily and consistently. I think that there's an argument about what is constituting an unfair advantage. The fact that some YouTubers just blatantly show the programming on screen and are continued to have such high rankings in City of Asgard. One prominent guild showed Hero Resistant being used on Livestream recently. Yeah. Probably the same one I'm talking about. I don't know. It's a sticky subject because, you know, on one hand, it doesn't actually affect that many people. It doesn't actually affect me hardly at all. And I'm not saying that these players are doing that. Let's be very clear. You know, Dita, Weak Free Pass, Venom, Vince, One Punch Man, whether or not they get 1.8 billion damage or, I don't know, 1 billion or half a million or half a billion, whatever, that doesn't really impact me. What am I missing out on? 1,000 emeralds? 10,000 emeralds for first place? I mean, I guess a free 20,000 emeralds per month is something. I don't know. Like my man Eddie Guerrero once said, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. But I don't condone it. I don't condone it in any form. I think it lessens the fun of the game, personally. That's a personal opinion. And you are gaining an unfair advantage over others just because you're spending money. Because they're, you know, the apps, to get them to work, you got to pay. You got to pay for them. All right. Anyway, exclamation point bug is the emerald word of the day. Taylor Made. Good to see you again, Taylor. It's been a minute since I drew your name. Happy that I was able to grab it for you. Taylor Made. Matters more in co-op events like AOC, Cow, but the rewards, in my opinion, aren't worth the uproar. Yeah. Big Mike, kind of feel the same way you do. I think cheating is bad in all forms. I do. I got a really crisp Ultra Peachy Keen. I got a fresh case of Ultra Peachy Keen in my fridge right next to me here. Look at that sleepy girl. Mobile player. How about to cows? Tukus? What a lag. Am I lagged out? Am I buffering? I've been looking for the old Hero Wars art competition, see what have won in the past. Oh, Tom, you just scroll. You just got to scroll on Facebook. Charlie, do those emerald quests in the game actually work for free? Emerald quests in the game. To choose. Okay, to choose. Okay, just my normal delay. No worries, no worries. Give you another about 10 seconds, and then we're going to draw another name. Glenn, what's up? I was at the store the other day and had to buy peach to give it a try. Look what you've done. Peaches are so good, man. They're so good. I think fruit in general is just underrated. Mr. Big Sexy. Charlie, when do you think they'll add Augustus to the soul chest? It's a good question. I don't have an answer for that. They just recently added him to the heroic chest daily. I like peaches. I like peach jelly. I like peach flavored things as well. Like Mr. Big Sexy's here. You get like a grape drink. Does it really taste like grape? Bananas are good. I do like grapes. Blueberries. Remy and I like blueberries a lot. What player? Okay. All right, so Asherona, the new Titan, is bugged. Asherona, the new Titan, is a bugger. We got a bugger. If you try out a little bit of max testing versus max testing and you happen to have our new girl, you can test Asherona with a fire totem. All right. So I'm actually going to, instead of showing this, I'm going to reference Olympus's newest video here. We got a description. I'm pretty sure I'm right at where the bug is discussed. But basically, if the fire totem is active, and Asherona tries to summon Pyro, it doesn't work. A
few important details worth underlining from my tests. First, the fire totem does not trigger smoldering brand explosions, so you cannot rely on it to chain detonate them up.
Okay, so the fire totem doesn't trigger her smoldering brand explosions, and that is completely normal. That is not a bug. All right, I had another question about this. Let's read the skills specifically. I know that Zeus probably does mention this somewhere in the video, so I don't want to take any credit away from that. But the ability states that damage done by another Titan. When an enemy marked with smoldering brand takes damage from another Titan, the brand explodes. Okay, so the fire totem does not affect smoldering brand whatever or whatsoever. Okay, can you guys hear this well enough?
Second, when the earth totem is active, Pyro does not enter the battlefield.
Oh, okay. When the earth totem is active, Pyro doesn't enter the battlefield. Okay, I thought it was the fire totem. Okay, so yeah, so when you have the enemy's earth totem up, you want to manually activate Asherona's ability after or before. Okay, that I don't think that's a bug either. The act of summoning Pyro is probably tied to the damage dealt, and if the damage isn't dealt, then Pyro probably can't summon. Now the question is the brand applied? It doesn't look like it is either.
I am not yet sure if this is intended behavior or a temporary bug. But
Yeah.
in its current state, Earth Totem also prevents smoldering brand from being applied.
Now, the Earth Totem blocking Smoldering Brand, that is not a bug. Okay, that is not a bug. The Earth Totem is quite well known for being able to block status effects. It's a very commonly used ability to counter Nova's stun, etc., 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 right? The Earth Totem, here we go. Yeah, creates a crystal barrier on the battlefield. The barrier protects all allies from any attacks, right? So it does not surprise me. It does not surprise me that the Earth Barrier blocks the Smoldering Brand from being applied. That seems very obvious to me. The Earth Barrier blocking Pyro from being summoned, probably you could call that a bug. It's probably an unintentional interaction with the way that the damage is applied, and Pyro is summoned when damage is applied. That's probably the trigger. It's probably completely unintentional, but yeah, I could probably call that a bug, right? I think that that is worth noting as well. So, anytime you're dealing, you're going up against Earth teams, it's going to be beneficial to save your abilities until that Earth Shield is down anyway. It's just like playing on manual versus Sigurd, or, against, against any hero that has like a shield. You guys hear the garage door? Yeah. Only hearing in the speaker. So you're not hearing the, you're not hearing the video at all. Well, that's okay. You're just missing out on him talking. My desktop audio is definitely on the wrong thing. Should be this right here. Okay. Yeah.
Earth Totem also prevents Smoldering Brand from being applied. Now let's move to Asherona's second skill, Spiritual.
Yeah. Yeah. If you want to check out this video for yourself, this is basically a 9-minute video describing Asherona. I will link it in the description box as well. The place that we're talking about here, let's see, is at roughly 440. At roughly 440, Zeus breaks down the the unintentional or intentional issues. Let's see, Olympus Asherona bug video. Yeah, it's in the description box down below, so check that out if you want. Yep, I got it. Okay. Yeah, whenever I swapped unintentional bug, an unintentional feature bug is an unintentional feature bug. I think that there is something to do with the way that Pyro is summoned, that it's triggered by the damage dealt. And since it's not since the damage isn't being dealt to the enemies, it's being dealt to the Fire Titans, it's probably some kind of trigger that's not happening. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's pretty clear that the other things are intended. Earth Shield blocks stuns. It does make sense that Earth Shield would block the damage from Brand and the Brand being applied. Also, it makes sense that the Fire Totem activation doesn't activate the Smoldering Brand either. 100% makes sense. So one bug out of 4 there. The other ones are probably fully intended. So thanks to Zeus for putting this together. Yeah. Asherona is potentially bugged. Yeah. Okay, let's try another name here. So you guys probably haven't heard my music at all this whole time either. There we go. TTX Prime. Bunker RPG. I think that they have plans. I'm hopeful that they have plans. No music. You probably hear the music now though. TTX Prime is here. I was actually wondering why Facebook didn't flag my video yesterday. That's probably why. Monof Suman. That's probably why. I was a cappella. Web player. All right. News and things, guys. News and things. Over on Hero Wars Alliance, we have a... Am I good? I'm good. Okay. There's always a happy ending for those who seek it. Looks like Birna and Ginger could find it. That's very nice. Birna and Ginger of the opposite worlds. Magic Bear plus Machine Gun Lady. Hero Wars Alliance, you're not kidding anybody. We know exactly what you're doing here. We know exactly what you're doing here. And instead of this inappropriateness, here's a healthy, wholesome picture of my French Bulldog snoozing. Good girl. Stop it, Hero Wars Alliance. Stop it. Birna and Ginger, yet they work pretty well together. Which other heroic pairings do you think have a spark of something interesting between them? Like Kark and Kai work well in battle. Contest, guys. Contest. Hero Wars Alliance contest. Everybody can enter. Many people in my community do win. This is a contest. Suggest a pair of heroes that seem to be the opposites of each other for a chance to win 3,000 skin stones. They're going to pick 10 winners, guys. So go here and put in Kark and Faceless, or Faceless and Jorgen, or Peanut Butter and Jelly. I don't know. Go do it. Just go do it. Hero Wars Alliance, it's a free competition. If you have Facebook, go here and do this. Do this. It's free. You might win. You might win some 3,000 intelligent skin stones. Do it. What do you do now? TTX, email me, herowarcentral@gmail.com. Oh, Glenn Mavassa with a super chat. Hey, Charlie, on mobile, click the orange icon on the top right, hit the weekly cards. I bought the skin stones and it lasts for 7 days. Is that a good buy? Go Yukon. Let me open it up and take a look. Thank you so much for the super chat, Glenn Mavasso. D. Warman here, 62 months. Where's Scott K been? Scott K, are you watching? Are you around? Are you hanging out? My favorite combo with Faceless is Marcus. No, Luther. Luther. How effective is Galahad? Galahad is a very useful champion. Let me in the game! I got a private message. I gotta look at it. One second. Ah. I can't even get into the game. I was in it yesterday. What's going on? Keeps crashing. If I had a Mac, an iMac, a Mac Studio, I could mirror my iPad and it would be way easier. Okay, let me close Nox. It's a Nox problem. It's not a it's a Nox problem. It's not a Hero Wars problem. Oh, okay. Lord of Champagne, I was about to be like, hey, man, I don't know who you are. Yeah. When you reach out to me via email or Discord, tell me what your YouTube name is so I know who it is. My work gave me a Mac, and I love it. Was never a Mac user before that. Yeah, same. Same. Colorado kid? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Let me in. Guys, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you so much for supporting me in the channel. Glenn, I should say thank you for the super chat. Unnecessary, though. Unnecessary. I apologize if I missed your question. Why don't you download the game from Google Play Store? It rarely bugs for me. On your desktop? Can you play Hero Wars Google Play on your desktop without using an emulator? If you can do that, I'll do that. I'll look into that right after this live stream. I'm in. Don't crash. Don't crash. Okay, so Glenn Malvaso, super chat. I apologize, everybody. Click the orange icon on the top right. Hit the weekly cards. Weekly cards. Skin Stones, $5. $5 for 1,500. And you get 30 per day. So $300 skin stones per day for 7 days. That's 2,100 skin stones. Plus another 4,500. 4,500 if you log in and collect them every day, of course. You have to be doing that. So 30 times 7 equals that plus 4,500. No. 300 times 7 plus 4,500. 6,600. 6,600 skin stones for $5. Hold on one second. Babe, are you here? All right. She's been crying. I'll be honest with you. I'm not so sure that this is a good value, Glenn. I don't know. What do you guys think? That's not bad, says Jacer. You're on a phone? Yeah. No, I'm trying. It runs just fine on my phone. I'm just using an emulator called Nox Player to have an Android phone basically on my desktop. $5 for 6,600 skin stones if you log in every day and collect them. Let's compare it. Now it's a variety of skin stones. It's effectively 66. Let's call it 6,600 skin stones of your choice. What if you just bought a skin? So it's $8.19. Are all the skins $8.19? It's $8.19 for... Yeah, that's a good deal. That is a good deal. That is not a... Okay, D. Warman says it's not a bad deal, but it's also a good deal. So if you think about it like this, if for roughly $8, you can get 5,350 skin stones, right? 5,000 for the skin, 350 more on top of that for $8.19. Instead of paying $8.19, you pay $5 for 35 times 30, what? 10 times 30 plus 4,500. No. I messed that up again. 300 times 7 plus 4,500. It's a better deal than buying a skin. If it was $2.99, I think everybody would buy it. What is the value of the skin in that case? It's a good question. That's a good question. I know what the value of skin stones are on Facebook and web. I don't know if there is a Emerald calculator on mobile. Like Hero Wars Guide, Colin from Hero Wars Guide has he's scraped the infrastructure of the game to get the the Emerald value of all of the items in the game. And so there's a per skin stone Emerald value, but I don't know what they are on mobile. I think somebody knows. I'm not saying that it doesn't exist. I mean, it's not bad. It's definitely better than buying a skin for sure. Because then, you can turn around with the 6,600 for $5. You can turn around with a 6,600 and you can buy whatever skin you want that's available for skin stones. Like, the Isaac Dark Depth skin, 5,000 skin stones. No, you can't even do that. You can't even do that because it's only 3,400 skin stones of one element or one stat. I don't know, Glenn. You can pop up the chat and send the pop-up screen to a different monitor. Yes, I do know that. But it's a small window and it's part of my overall dashboard. So why is my dashboard not live? Very weird. Very weird. Okay. Level up Cornelius for chapter 14. I don't know. I don't know 6198. I've been meaning to put together. I've actually recorded a campaign video. Chapter 14. What are the other hard chapters in the campaign? Because that's definitely something that you got to do. I know that chapter 8, Archdemon, is kind of the first crutch, but I think it's because everybody's underleveled when they go up against them. There's some heroes that you need healing block. So Celeste would be good, It might be a good deal over time. Yeah, I mean, 7 days. Glenn, I think it's fine. Jazer, I've got 3 screens. I've got 3 screens. 3 screens. Yanni LP. 31,500. Is my math off? Is it 31,500? I don't think it is, man. You get these on purchase. You don't get these every day, Glenn. You don't get 1,500 skin stones every day. You just get this on the first purchase, and that's it. Web player, nice. Sucks to be Dennis. Yeah, and those and the chests are the small skin stone chests. Yeah, thank you, D. Warman. These are the small. They only have 10 each. Yeah, I got an iPad over there. I got my phone handy. Bro, it's not 4,500. It's not. Look. Right here. You claim a total of 1,500 each and 210 skin stones. It's not 4,500 per day. If it were 4,500 per day, that would be an insane deal. That would be an insane deal. Yeah, Glenn, I hope you're right. I hope it is. I hope it is 4,500 a day. That'd be really strong. Better off waiting on events to win skin stones and buy them. I mean, it's not. Again, it's not. In the grand scheme of things, there are worse things to buy for sure. Is it 10 per box for 3,000? No, there's only 210 boxes total. Okay, no sucks to be Dennis. How about Darth Pandanus? Darth Pandanus. Yeah, see, it's 30 times 7. You can see this on purchase. When you make the purchase, you get this. And then every day you get this. For a total of 210 total small skin stone chests. Darth Pandanus is here. Very cool. Very cool. All right, shifting gears slightly. Hero Wars Dominion Era news. Hero Wars Dominion Era news. We have the Guardians of Outland event is today. Guardians of Outland being today is good, but the big deal is tomorrow. Right? Guardians of Outland is today. Tomorrow, Area of Conquest starts. We're talking about in like 8 hours from now, like 7 hours from now. Area of Conquest starts. We also have an Emerald Waterfall that starts. We also have a Piggy Bank that starts. All in just a couple of hours. We still have Winter Poll active right now as well. So there's going to be a lot of crossover. Hero Wars Central... Hero Wars event calendar. Here we go. There's going to be a lot of crossover and tasks and some benefits to spending emeralds. Heavy duty benefits to spending emeralds. It's going to be effectively not so good to buy emeralds. Piggy Bank is already up. So it is. So it is. Piggy Bank is already up. But still, Area of Conquest going live tomorrow means tomorrow is the better day. Tomorrow is the better day to spend emeralds. Maybe it did. Kevin, it's up. Bank is up. My mistake. My mistake. But you're going to get, again, you're going to get extra love there if you wait. Spend Emerald's task during Area of Conquest. Right? Make sure that you're not spending Emeralds today, that you're spending them tomorrow. Tomorrow. Sears games in a couple of days. Elemental Synergy, Portal Anomaly. We got a little bit more stacking right here. Another good day. The 18th/19th, another good day. Right here. The 14th/15th, right here. Another good day. Right? Couple of good days in the month. Of course, we're expecting that Winterfest, etc. is going to go live on the 21st. Actually, it'll be right here. It'll be the 20th at 8 p.m. So as Winterfest goes on, you're going to have a good day right here as well. A lot of good opportunities coming up. And almost every single time, let's see what we got. We have tomorrow, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 really strong opportunities this month for quadruple dipping of tasks. Some of them are going to be better than others, though, obviously. All right. Not bad. Not bad. Yeah, I don't like Sears game either, guys. I don't like Sears game either, but that Julius skin looks fun. Do you recommend to reach the 40k gem spending when Piggy Bank is out? If we have them, is it worth it? Bestest fans, it's a great question. No. There is a refund on investment here. If you get to the 40,000 you get what, 20% back, 5%, 10%, 15%, and then 20 beyond 40,000, you get 20% of your emeralds refunded. All right. The problem is that Guardians of Outland is not really that good of return on investment. The spend emeralds task, it's a lot of large skinstone chests. The value just isn't good. In fact, the only way to get a good amount of value out of Guardians of Outland is to not spend out on the emeralds, right? You also have Area of Conquest, which is a good value if you're in a guild that is going to win or get in second place, right? If your guild's gonna lose Area of Conquest, then spending emeralds here is again a bad idea. The thing about spending emeralds though, like if you spend emeralds here and also buy the Area of Conquest season pass, if multiple people in your guild do that, you're gonna be so far ahead of other players. Like spending emeralds here, if you're going to win, if your guild is gonna win, it's pretty decent. But again, if your guild's going to win. Of course, spinning during Emerald Waterfalls is okay. You know, it's not wrong, I would say, to spend emeralds during this time. But we got to remember, because we have so many stacked events like this, it is because they are trying to get us to spend all of our emeralds. It's there, you know, this really awesome day that goes live, Area of Conquest, Emerald Waterfalls, Guardians of Outland, Winter Poll, and, you know, quintuple dipping of spending emeralds, right? That is a really, really, really solid opportunity to spend emeralds. You know, 5 events that reward you for spending emeralds. 5. If you include the Emerald Piggy Bank as an event, right? But it's all in service of getting you, of you getting rid of your emeralds, so that you don't have as much for Winterfest and other big events. It's a good amount. I mean, it's a good amount refunded. It's like 8,000 emeralds back. Yeah, why not? Why not? If you're going to spend them anyway, yeah, sure, spend them. 40,000 though. But you know, there's this whole thing with in retail. You got to be careful, and it's a cliche kind of situation all the time. You know, you had to buy something because they were on sale. Well, you didn't have to buy anything. First of all, it's like I had to buy these shoes because they were on sale. Had to buy them because they were on sale. Well, you didn't have to buy the shoes. Maybe you needed shoes. Maybe you needed shoes. I don't know. I don't know how you eat your breakfast. Maybe you needed shoes. But if you didn't need shoes and the only reason why you spent the money, or the emeralds in this case, is because there was a sale, that's a mistake. That's a mistake. We have crazy efficient times like this every month. Every month. And we got to remember that we only have Winterfest once a year. All right. We don't really know what that looks like. We don't really know exactly what Winterfest looks like. I think that's going to be changed this year. It might not be. It might be exactly the same. It might be exactly the same. I don't know. I don't know. Good live stream today. Joseph Chu, good live stream today. Is Winterfest 8 days or 10 days? I don't think anybody knows. In years past, it was 14 days. I don't know what it's looking like now. We could guess. There's Joseph Chu. We can guess based on this post how long it's going to be. This post said that server transfers and guild movement is blocked on the 21st through the 1st. So we can guess that it's 10 days. Maybe 12 days? I don't know. Kind of guess how long it's going to be. It's 14 days a couple of years ago. I can't remember what it was last year. It would be nice if Winterfest letter had Catalyst prize. I bet Winterfest, the letter to winter clause is updated this year, Tom A. I bet it is. I think it is. I hope it is. Because the totem being a grand prize is, it's just not as good anymore. Just not as good. Objectively, it's just not as good. Okay, guys, we're going to be back tomorrow. Tomorrow's Wednesday. We'll be back at 12 p.m. Central Time. 12 p.m. Central Time. That is 6 p.m. UTC. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out. If I drew your name today, contact me on Discord. Several of you have already messaged me. If you don't have Discord or you don't like using Discord, just email me, herowarcentral@gmail.com. Since I drew your name today, it's a reminder. We'll do the drawing at the end of the month on the 1st, which is probably going to be the 2nd or the 3rd, considering that it's New Year's and all of that. Yeah, we'll draw the 100,000 Emerald winners the 1st of the month, every month. Yeah, but I need to know. I need to have a conversation. I need to have an open line of conversation with you if you do win, because I'm still trying to deal with cheaters from last month. I'm still trying to figure out who was who from last month. It's kind of a nightmare. If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying, right? Thanks everybody for hanging out. If you found this live stream valuable, please consider liking on the way out the door. But you watching is more than enough for me. I love you all. Good luck in Dominion.